Honorable Alexander Mundigi will be seeking a statement from the Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism regarding the challenges facing mango farmers in Embu County. This is just part of the many statements that the Honorable Senators will also be seeking from various standing committees. The motion on the reports of the Standing Committee on Health, on the county oversight and networking engagements that were done in Kitui, Makueni, Machakos, Kiambu, Bungoma and Kakamega counties, and whose reports were laid on the table of the Senate on different dates. For instance, the county oversight and networking engagements in Kitui, Makueni and Machakos counties. The reports by the Standing Committee on Health were laid on the table of the Senate on Thursday, the 26th of February 2026. The reports for Kiambu County was laid on the table of the Senate on Thursday, the 19th of March 2026. And the Bungoma and Kakamega counties were laid on the table of the Senate on the Tuesday of 21st April, the year 2026. Now, these are activities that were conducted by the Standing Committee on Health, the Senate Standing Committee on Health in these various counties, engagements or activities that sought to understand the healthcare delivery services that are being offered to the electorates within these particular counties, to be able to also understand the challenges as well as the state of even the healthcare facilities in these counties, and to be able to give out their report. So you will recall, or you may recall, that debate on these particular reports already started or kicked off on the floor of the House, and this afternoon also it will be a resumption of a debate that was interrupted on 3rd of June 2026. On your screens, we can see the procession of the Speaker on the red carpet aisle, making its way, or that is leading straight into the chamber. The Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Amason Jeffa Kingi, that is the mess also ahead of him, a symbol of authority of the House, also of the Speaker. He will be presiding over this afternoon sitting. You will allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast brought to you by PBU in partnership with KBC. Good afternoon.
Na tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu, twakusihi tutazame kwa neema nyingi na baraka sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita kwa nyadhifa za uongozi katika jamhuri hii yetu. Twakuomba utuwajalie tuyatenda na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen. Clerk, do we have quorum? Sergeant at Arms, kindly ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
the prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, there is a quorum hitch that is at the commencement of the sitting of the Senate. And the Speaker has directed that the quorum bell be rung for 10 minutes. This is as provided for in the House Standing Order number 40. Standing Order number 39 indicates that the quorum of the House shall be 15 or is 15 members. However, if that quorum is not present at the time the chair is taken, then that would mean that the House has not quorated, and that would mean that the quorum bell be on, of course, to give room to the members of the Senate to be able to make their way into the House. And being a Thursday afternoon, you understand that the members of the Senate have been engaged in various committee sittings. Remember, the work of the Senate is not only at the plenary sitting, but extends to the committees as well, being a vital tool or an organ in the working processes of legislatures, without which the proceedings of our legislature could grind to a halt for the sheer volume of activities that would have to be considered at the plenary committees. So the committees enable the legislatures to be able to organize their work in such a way as to perform numerous activities simultaneously and expeditiously. So there are some of the matters that are being considered at the committee include reviewing of legislation, reviewing and approving of the budget and expenditures for the execution of governance, and also scrutinizing governance activities, policies, and programs, assessing whether they meet the intended objectives of legislation, policy frameworks, and also development plans. Also investigating or conducting investigation on various special issues, vetting and approval of executive appointments, as well as also providing a platform for public participation in the execution of specified business. So most members usually sit in these committees, or members sit in these committees, and on a Thursday like this, then perhaps most of them are yet to perhaps conclude on the committee sittings and make their way into the House. So more members shall be making their way into the House to be able to join their colleagues who are already inside the chamber and to be able to transact the business that has been laid out for consideration in the order of business this afternoon. At this point also, the whips of the House, that is from both the sides, that is the minority and the majority, usually are needed to be able to ensure or whip the members to be able to make their way into the House as fast as possible, so as to enable the House attain that much needed quorum and for it to be able to commence. So as we wait for that quorum to be attained, we shall continue to take a look at the business that they shall be transacting this afternoon. The Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, a bill originating from the National Assembly and has already undergone through debate at the Senate. This afternoon is lined up for the mover to be called to reply. Earlier on, I indicated that there are bills that are lined up for consideration at the division stage. Of course, this will also be subject to the quorum of the House when they get to this particular stage for these bills to be considered at that particular stage division. Remember, the division of these bills requires a vote of 24 delegation for it to make it through the next stage. And the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Amendment Bill, a bill originating from the Senate and sponsored by the Honorable Senator for Meru, Honorable Katuri Murungi, is one of the bills that has been lined up for consideration at the division stage. This is a bill that basically seeks to delete cathinone and caffeine, being substances found in miraa, from the ambits of the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act. You understand that miraa is recognized, is actually a recognized crop under the second schedule of the Crops Act 2013, and is a source of livelihood for many Kenyans. The government of Kenya has been at the forefront in instituting key institutional reforms in the miraa industry. And these reform initiatives culminated to the enactment of the Crops Miraa Regulations 2022, the opening of Somali markets, and the renegotiation of the reopening of markets in other countries. However, despite these strides and gains that have been made in developing a well-elaborate and robust miraa sector, miraa industry continued to suffer setbacks as national campaign against alcohol and drug abuse, commonly abbreviated as NACADA, classifies miraa as a psychotropic substance because of the caffeine and cathinone substances found in miraa. So this bill has been on the floor of the Senate, went through all the stages. This time is coming up for division, for it to be read a second time, and for it to be able to move into the next stage of consideration, that is at the committee of the whole, where if there were any amendments that the members may have proposed during the debate stage, as well as if there are amendments that the committee recorded during the public participation stage, then they can be considered or they can be reviewed at this particular point. If you're just joining us, that the House is about to commence. The prayer has already been said and the chair taken. There is a quorum hitch, and the Speaker has directed that the bell be rung for 10 minutes, as provided for in the House Standing Order, to be able to give room to the members of the Senate to join their colleagues in the House, and also enable the House raise that much needed quorum. Since the bell began ringing, we have seen more members making their way into the House, and we believe in a short while that quorum shall be attained. The whips have been out to whip members to get into the chamber for the business to be able to commence. And once that quorum is raised, then that business shall, without any further delay, commence, or the sitting of the Senate shall commence. The Autism Management Bill. This is a bill that is originating from the Senate and sponsored by the Honorable nominated Senator Karen Nyamu. A debate on this particular bill also was concluded on the floor of the Senate. And this afternoon, this is one of the bills that the members are set to consider it at the division stage, for it to be read a second time. And this is a bill that basically seeks to provide for the diagnostic management and support of persons with autism. It is a bill that is anchored in the Article 43, or in Article 43(1)(a) of the Constitution, which guarantees every individual the right to the highest attainable standard of health. So this particular bill seeks to provide that the quorum bell has stopped. Let's listen into the Speaker.
Clerk, kindly call the first order.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Senator Manzo. Honorable Senators, I'd like to acknowledge the presence in the Speaker's Gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation from the Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, KIRDI. KIRDI is a public research institution under the Ministry of Investments, Trade and Industry, whose mandate is to undertake research, development and innovation in industrial and allied technologies and disseminate research findings to support industrial development. The delegation comprises 12 researchers from the institution who are on a benchmarking visit to the Senate. Now, Honorable Senators, I request each member of the delegation to stand when called out so that you may be acknowledged as per the Senate tradition. Dr. Calvin Kisa, the Acting Director General, KIRDI. Dr. Francis Polong, Director, Technology Transfer and Extension Services. Dr. Martha Induli, Director, Industrial Allied Technology Research. Dr. Josephine Akamba, Director, Corporate Services. Mr. Nicodemus Mutinda, Director, Strategy and Planning. Dr. Arthur Onyuka, Assistant Principal Research Scientist. Dr. Linus Kasambo, Assistant Director, Resource Mobilization and Partnerships. Dr. Frederick Musieba, Assistant Principal Research Scientist. Mr. William Mutwiri, Assistant Principal Research Scientist. Ms. Bitutu Nyambane, Senior Research Scientist. Mr. Simbi Mark, Research Scientist. Ms. Sarah Gashi, Principal Communication Officer. On behalf of the Senate, on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful and informative visit. I will allow the Senator for Nairobi City County, Senator Sifuna, under 1 minute to extend the word of welcome.
Yeah, our visitors by now have noticed that I'm the most sabotaged senator in this house. My equipment almost always never works. But I want to take this opportunity on behalf of the House to welcome the team from KIRDI. Indeed, this morning I was having a conversation with my team, Honorable Speaker, about the place of industrialization in the development of nations. It has worked in other places, and those of us maybe who have never been in government don't understand why we have not been able to achieve the levels of industrialization that other countries have. And part of the conversation was, and I'm not saying that this might be true in the case of KIRDI, we don't utilize the talent that we have in this country. There are brilliant young Kenyans, brilliant Kenyans in all these spaces, Honorable Speaker. They put out wonderful material about how we can encourage investment in industry, how we can deal with the cost of energy, the sort of infrastructure that we need to put in, the sort of taxation measures that we need to put in to encourage investment in industry. But somehow, when it comes to the implementation, Honorable Speaker, is that we see that maybe all of this knowledge is not going to being put to use. So we are hoping that in future we can have dispensations where there is appreciation of meritocracy and technical know-how to be able to see that some of the research that you're putting out actually finds its way in government policy implementation. So, karibu to the Senate, and I hope that you have a good afternoon. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Fernandi, kindly take your seat. Although also wish to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of 10 teachers and 180 students from Seven Forks Primary School in Embu County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate, on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. Again, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of 5 teachers and 50 students from Gishuru Memorial High School in Kiambu County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate and my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. I will call upon Senator for Kiambu, Senator Karungo Wathangwa, to extend word of welcome to the 2 schools. Proceed, Senator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Yes, my name is Karungo Wathangwa. I'm a senator. That is PCA Gishuru Memorial High School. Mr. Speaker, the school is in Kikuyu constituency in Gekambura, Karai, and it is a very beautiful school with bright students. And it is a testimony, the school is a testimony that CDF works. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm one of the supporters of CDF. Whenever people say that CDF is not constitutional, I always support CDF because CDF works with or without the MPs. So I take this opportunity to welcome the students, and especially from Embu. I don't know, the speaker gave me that permission to also invite the speakers, the students from Embu. It's a good coincidence.
You may want to allow your colleague to do the honors.
Okay. Now that he's here, Mr. Speaker, I will allow, but I was saying it was a good coincidence because I come from Kiambu, it's with Mbu, and Embu. So you can see we are one people. And that's why I wanted to also welcome them because their senator is here. He can go ahead and do that. So for the students of Gishuru Memorial, when you go back home, say hello to your parents and tell them I'm still fighting for their rights and development. Thank you.
Senator Mundigi, you may proceed.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa nafasi niweze kukaribisha shule ya Seven Vox. Seven Vox iko katika Mbeere South, Embu County. Siku ya leo ni karibu sana, umekuja kujifunza ile mambo tunafanya hapa katika Senate. Yangu ni kumwambia karibuni sana, na Bwana Spika ni kusema Seven Vox ni moja ya zile katika Embu County zinafanya kazi nzuri, wanasoma vizuri, na pia ni shule ile imeunganishwa watu wa vijiji na wafanyikazi wa KenGen. Kwa hivyo ningeomba nyinyi mmekuja siku ya leo muweze kuangalia vile tunafanya, tunaongea mambo ya devolution na devolution katika masinani. Yangu ni kumuomba kule katika shule muweze kusoma vizuri, lakini mjiepushe na mambo ya dawa ya kulevya, mambo ya pangi, ndio muweze kuheshimisha hiyo shule, kwa sababu wafanyikazi wa KenGen katika Kenya wanaheshimika. Hiyo KenGen, nikisema mimi nimekaa hapo katika Seven Vox, nimefanya kazi wa KenGen katika hapo miaka 30, na umeona mimi nilikuwa huko na nikakuja hapa, sasa mimi ni senator. Kwa hivyo mkikaa vizuri na mkisoma vizuri, ni nyinyi maseneta, ni nyinyi speaker, ni nyinyi rais. Kwa hivyo ningeomba mkae vizuri. Pia nashukuru KenGen kwa sababu nakumbuka CSR mwaka jana, Bwana Speaker, wakati ndomu ilisomeka, ingawa sio watoto waligoma, ni moto ilisoma hiyo ndomu, lakini bahati mzuri CSR KenGen ilifanya vizuri, ikapeana milioni 850. Kwa hivyo ni asanti, mkirudi nyumbani muweze kujifunza na pia muelimishe wale wengine. Asanti, nimekaribisha nyinyi. Asanti Bwana Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Now, statements pursuant to Standing Order 53-1, the Senator for Embu County, the Honorable Alexander Mundigi.
Mr. Speaker, sir, request for statement on the challenges facing mango farmers in Embu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, I ask person to standing order 53.1 to check a statement from the Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization and Tourism on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the challenges facing mango farmers in Embu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, mango farming is a critical economic activity and major sources of livelihood for many residents of Embu County, particularly in Karumo, Kanyuambora, Betty North, Betty South, Mafuria, and Dhawa ones. Despite the sector great potential, farmers continue to face significant challenges, especially during harvesting seasons, due to inadequate and unreliable market, leading to a substantial post-harvest losses and low returns. In the statement, the committee should address the following: plans by the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry to expand local and international market for mango produce to caution farmers against the loss caused by the market shortages during pack seasons. 2, whether the ministry can allocate all mobilized funds to establish at least 2 mango processing factories in Embu County to promote value addition, create jobs, and support the production of mango-based product for local and export markets. Whether the ministry has considered supporting the installation of modern provisioning, processing, and cold storage facilities to reduce part harvest losses and wastages during period of oversupply. Whether a farmer work exists to cooperation between the ministry and the county government of Embu to address market-related challenges affecting mango farmers and strengthen the county's mangoes value addition. Senator Mudigi, Embu County.
Now, statements pursuant to Standing Order 56-1B. The Chairperson, Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration, or any member from that committee. That statement is deferred. Now, statement pursuant to Standing Order 57-1, the Senate Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Statement number 13 of 2026. Statement by the Senate Majority Leader on the business of the Senate for the week commencing Tuesday 9th June 2026, pursuant to Standing Order 57-1. Mr. Speaker, sir, pursuant to Standing Order 57-1, I hereby present the business for the week commencing Tuesday, 9th June 2026. Before I proceed to make the statement, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome honorable senators back from the recess period. Mr. Speaker, sir, with respect to the business before the Senate, the status is as follows. 1, 62 bills are pending conclusion, of which 41 are at second reading, 20 are at committee of the whole, and 1 is awaiting first reading. 2, 14 motions are pending conclusion. 3, 18 petitions are pending conclusion by respective standing committees of these petitions. 15 are due for reporting, and 494 statements pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 are under consideration by respective standing committees. As indicated in today's order paper, at order paper number 10, 11, 12, 3 bills are pending division at second reading, while at order number 13 to 22, 10 bills at the committee of the whole stage are likewise pending division. I request the party whips to mobilize the requisite delegations for the divisions to be undertaken. Mr. Speaker, sir, at the next sitting of the Senate on Tuesday, 9th June 2026, the tentative business for the day will include business not concluded from today's order paper, as well as the business indicated in the notice paper. The tentative business for the morning sittings on Wednesday, 10th June 2026, will include questions to Cabinet Secretaries as approved by the Senate Business Committee, as well as motions. The questions scheduled include those to the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, and Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. Mr. Speaker, sir, the tentative business for the afternoon sitting on Wednesday, 10th June 2026 will include business not concluded on Tuesday's order paper and the following. Bills at second reading. 1. The Agriculture and Food Authority Amendment Bill, Senate number 13 of 2023. The County Government's Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 39 of 2024. The Street Naming and Property Addressing System Bill, Senate Bills 43 of 2024. And finally, the County Government Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 14 of 2025. Bills at Committee of the Whole. 1. The Seeds and Plant Varieties Amendment Bill, Senate number 4 of 2025. The Sports Amendment Bill, Senate number 33 of 2024. The Electronic Equipment Disposal, Recycling and Reuse Bill, Senate Bill number 5 of 2025. The Culture Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2024. The Health Amendment Bill, Senate number 12 of 2025. The Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, number 17 of 2025, and the National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2025. Motions. The report of the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on sessional paper number 1 of 2025 on the foreign policy of the Republic of Kenya, and the report of the Liaison Committee on the activities and operations of select committees during the third session 2024. The projected business for Thursday, 11th June 2026 will include business not concluded on the order paper of Wednesday, 10th June 2026, and any other business scheduled by the Senate Business Committee. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you and hereby lay the statement on the table of the Senate. Senator Majority Leader Alon Cheriot, 4th June 2026. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Karungo Thangwa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I rise to request a statement. I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the protection of property rights and security of residents of Two Rivers Crescent Estate in Ruiru, Kiambu County, following reports of harassment, intimidation, and threatened unlawful eviction. Mr. Speaker, sir, residents of Two Rivers Crescent Estate in Ruiru state that they are bona fide purchasers of parcels of land acquired from the estate of the late James Kanyotu, and that they hold valid ownership documents. However, their ownership and occupation of the land has been challenged by one Mr. Willie Kihara Njoki, who claims to be the sole beneficiary of the estate and disputes the legality of the previous land transactions. The dispute has escalated into threats, intimidation, destruction of property, and attempts to forcibly evict the residents. The affected residents further state that their complaints to law enforcement agencies have not resulted in adequate protection or investigations. There are also concerns regarding missing or unavailable land records at the Ministry of Lands, which has further complicated the dispute and undermined public confidence in land administration systems. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the legal status of the parcels of land in question, including verification of ownership records, the validity of title documents held by the residents, and the status of succession and administration of the estates of the late James Kanyotu. 2, the circumstances under which Mr. Willie Kihara Njoki is asserting ownership over the land, including whether he is a legally recognized beneficiary or administrator of the estate, and the basis upon which he is disputing the previous sale of the land. 3, the status and integrity of land records relating to the disputed parcels, including an explanation for any missing, inaccessible, or unavailable records at the Ministry of Lands. 4, the action taken by the National Police Service and the Director of Criminal Investigations on complaints lodged by the residents regarding threats, intimidation, destruction of property, and attempted unlawful evictions. 5, the immediate measures being taken to secure the affected residents, prevent further harassment or evictions, and uphold the rule of law. And number 6, the measures being implemented by the Ministry of Lands to protect innocent purchasers for value and prevent similar land disputes, fraudulent claims, loss of land records, and unlawful dispossession in future. Mr. Speaker, I, Senator Karungo Adhango of Kiambu, I request.
Senator Hazana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Education on a matter of national concern regarding the implementation and transparency of the school feeding program. Mr. Speaker, sir, the National Council for Nomadic Education in Kenya, NCONEK, is a semi-autonomous agency under the Ministry of Education. A semi-autonomous agency under the Ministry of Education is the primary implementer of school feeding programs targeting food insecure and marginalized communities in arid and semi-arid lands, with the aim of supporting vulnerable populations affected by drought, food insecurity, and other humanitarian challenges. Given the substantial public resources invested in this program, there is a need for transparency and accountability in the sourcing, allocation, and distribution of food supplies to ensure that assistance reaches the intended beneficiaries and that public funds are utilized prudently and effectively. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the criteria used by the Ministry of Education to identify beneficiary counties, sub-counties, and communities under the feeding program, including the basis for food allocations and whether distribution priorities are linked to National Government Constituency Development Fund, NGCDF allocations. 2, the total quantity and value of food commodities procured and distributed under the program to date, detailing allocations and distributions by county and the number of beneficiaries reached. 3, the sources of food commodities, including supplier details, procurement procedures followed, the measures taken to ensure compliance with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act. 4th, the accountability, monitoring, and reporting mechanisms in place to track the movement, storage, and distribution of food commodities and to prevent diversion, loss, wastage, or misuse. 5th, the measures adapted to ensure transparency, equity, and inclusivity in food distribution, particularly in marginalized and arid and semi-arid areas, and to ensure all eligible beneficiaries are reached fairly and without discrimination or favorism. Senator Ezena Lemalitian, dated 4th of June, 2026. Thank you.
Senator Edwin Sifuna.
Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Education on a matter of national concern regarding the transition rate in the competency-based curriculum in Kenya. Speaker, while the CBC was introduced in line with Kenya's Vision 2030 and global workforce needs to equip learners with practical skills and reduce reliance on high-stakes examinations, its success is undermined if learners drop out before completing transitions, exposing them to risks such as child labor and early marriages. In the statement, the committee should address the following. Number 1, detailed statistics on the inaugural CBC cohort from 2017, showing how many learners progressed to grade 10 in 2026, the mop-up operation efforts to trace, rehabilitate, and safeguard learners who dropped out, including measures to ensure their well-being, and lastly, Speaker, sustainable strategies to address systemic challenges such as financial barriers that force learners out of the education system. Thank you, Speaker.
Senator Olekina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense, Foreign Relations on matters of urgent national importance concerning the country's preparedness for the anticipated Super El Nino conditions and associated extreme weather risks. Mr. Speaker, sir, recent advisories from international and national meteorological agencies, including warning by the United Nations through the World Meteorological Organization, indicate a high likelihood of the onset and intensification of Super El Nino in the coming months. The United Nations has cautioned that such an event could trigger severe and widespread climate extremes, including intense rainfall, catastrophic flooding, landslide, and significant humanitarian impact, particularly in vulnerable regions. These projected conditions pose a serious and immediate threat to livelihood, infrastructure, and national stability. The country risks experiencing heavy rainfall, flash floods, strong winds, displacements of communities, destruction of property, disruption of transport networks, damage to the public infrastructure, disease outbreak, and interruptions of economic activities on a potentially unprecedented scale. Kenya has previously endured the devastating consequences of inadequate preparedness during periods of intense rainfall. In Nairobi County and other vulnerable urban areas, flooding has resulted in loss of lives, destructions of homes, displacement of roads, bridges, drainage systems, and public utilities. These experiences demonstrate that early warnings, when not matched with decisive and coordinated action, expose citizens to avoidable sufferings and loss. Mr. Speaker, sir, of particular and urgent concerns are floods-prone counties and regions where access roads, bridges, drainage systems, and emergency responses infrastructure remain inadequate or fragile. In Narok County, for instance, areas such as Narok West, Emurwedikir, and Narok South face a real risk of being cut off when river swells and crossings are submerged. Critical access points, including the Double Cross area and the Mara Bridge within the Masai Mara ecosystems, require immediate assessment, reinforcement, and contingency planning to prevent the isolation of communities, tourists, hospital facilities, emergency responders, and essential service providers. In the statement, the committee should urgently address the following. 1, the immediate and medium national preparedness measures in place to mitigate the anticipated effect of Super El Nino, including the level of coordinations among the Ministry of Interior, the National Administration, County, Security.
Senator Olekena, stick to the version that I approved.
It's the one I'm reading.
No, you're reading from your phone.
Because it's much clearer. This one, the font is so small.
No, I can follow. Okay. The font in your phone is much smaller.
I can make it bigger, Mr. Speaker. Anyway, Mr. Speaker, let me just try to finish it. Sasa umefanya hata nisahau. Kwani you guys are the speakers now? Anyway, Mr. Speaker, I'll try my best, but the font here is like very small.
Try your best, please.
I'll try my best. Oh, where am I? In the statement, the committee should urgently address the following. The immediate and medium-term national preparedness measures in place to mitigate the anticipated effect of Super El Nino, including the levels of coordinations among the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, County Security Committee, county governments, and the Kenya Meteorological Department disaster response agencies and community level structures. 2, the identification, mapping, and real monitoring of high-risk areas across the country, and urgent measures being undertaken to secure and protect critical infrastructure, including drainage systems, culvert bridges, access roads, river crossing, security installation, health facilities, and emergency access routes, particularly in vulnerable counties such as Narok, Nairobi, and other floods-prone regions. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, the state of readiness of emergency responses and evacuations plan, including the adequacy and accessibility of resource allocated towards disaster preparedness responses and logistical support necessary for sustained emergency operations. 4, Mr. Speaker, the concrete measures being implemented to safeguard local economies and livelihood, including tourism in the Masai Mara, agriculture, livestock. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, there is a savior here. Now it's clear. Finally, the concrete measures being implemented to safeguard local economies and livelihood, including tourism in the Masai Mara, agriculture, livestock, transport, small and medium enterprises, and other sectors of high risk of disruption due to flooding, infrastructure damage, and restricted mobility. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable senators, I will allow comments for not more than 15 minutes. And therefore, if you have an opportunity to speak, kindly do so for not more than 3 minutes. The Honorable Senator Fernandi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the opportunity. Just a few comments on the statement brought by Senator Karungo Adang of Kiambu on the Crescent Two Rivers Estate, where more than 100 families, over 35 acres in Ruiru town. Mr. Speaker, it's very unfortunate because most Kenyans, including us in this house, you sacrifice so much to acquire property. But it looks like the title deed is now a piece of paper, Mr. Speaker. How is it that the residents of Two Rivers Crescent in Ruiru town in Kiambu County live at the mercy of goons, Mr. Speaker? You know, the other day we were discussing about goons in our politics, but it looks like there are goons in property, Mr. Speaker. Why is it that these residents, Mr. Speaker, have sale agreements? They bought it from the former spy chief Kanyotu. They have every documentation to show ownership and possession. They have built their houses, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's very unfortunate. At least title deed should mean something in this country. And unfortunately, I want to call out, Mr. Speaker, the Inspector General of Police, and OCS and OCPD of Ruiru Police, Mr. Speaker, because when goons attack these families, Mr. Speaker, they fail to go and give them necessary support, Mr. Speaker. And they are also taxpayers' money. So the Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kancha, must be called to order, Mr. Speaker. He must ensure that there is protection. This issue of goons will come and eat this nation, Mr. Speaker. It's a cancer. If we cannot stop in politics, if we cannot stop in issues of property that we are seeing in Turuva's Crescent, Mr. Speaker, it's very unfortunate. And police must know, as by the slogan, utumishi kwa wote, service to all, Mr. Speaker. And even the Minister of Interior, C.S. Murkomen, must be called to order, Mr. Speaker. Because this is lack of foresight, lack of leadership, Mr. Speaker. He must ensure the residents of Crescent, Ruiru Estate must be protected, Mr. Speaker. Finally, on Senator Mundigi, on the issue of mangoes, Mr. Speaker, there is a problem, Mr. Speaker, and we were discussing today in one of the shows, Mr. Speaker, that farmers in this country still have a long way to go, Mr. Speaker. Even as the tea farmers, we are suffering, Mr. Speaker. The issue of bonuses, the issue of pricing. Mr. Speaker, are you aware? There are more than 9 million kilos of tea that is supposed to be auctioned in Mombasa, but it has not been auctioned, Mr. Speaker. What is the net effect? The net effect that it will affect the bonus and prices of tea farmers in this country, where 80% of my farmers grow tea in Nandi County, Mr. Speaker. And even farmers of mango, farmers of nasi, Mr. Speaker, and any other farmers, including of milk and any other dairy farmers, Mr. Speaker, we must stand with them and ensure they get rightful because they feed nation, with this nation. Mr. Speaker, with those many remarks, allow me to give back my support.
Senator Eddie Okech.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for this opportunity. And I think that I want to appreciate Senator Ledama Olekina for bringing this statement, because we have seen time without number in this country when there is disaster looming and disaster coming, and there is no serious preparedness, there is no readiness, and there is no organization at the national level and at the county level. Even the formation of multi teams that can be able to coordinate between counties and the national, because we know that disaster in this country is something that should be able to have serious coordination between the national government and the county government, because these realities are affecting us at the grassroots level. Between where Senator Dama comes from and where I come from, there's a river called Mogor River, just outside the president's house. And Mr. Speaker, it connects a lot of people in Lolgorian area coming all the way to Narok, and even if you go all the way to Kilgoris and Migori. That bridge is cut every single disaster time. The Maasai, the Kuria, the Luo from that area cannot do business. And if you look at that area, the cornerstone of all the production that this country is depending on comes from that area. Mr. Speaker, as I'm speaking to you right now, Migori County is border number 3 in the country in terms of connecting Tanzania and actually all the southern country to our country, Mr. Speaker. Do you know that for 3 months now, since the Migori River Bridge was cut, there has not been a proper response to be able to mitigate the problem that we are facing with that place. So it means that every trucks that are coming with goods from all the way from Mariakani, going to the South Africa, going to Mozambique, going to the southern part of this country, Mr. Speaker, cannot be able to be efficiently transported. In fact, the damage is so bad to the extent that the little roads that we now have in Migori County, Mr. Speaker, that we have made with small money we get from Migori County government, with small bitumen here and there, now are equally being damaged because the trailers that are supposed to take goods to Tanzania, are supposed to take goods to Mozambique, now are getting rerouted to small county roads. And Mr. Speaker, you know how we have fought so much for RMLF to be given to counties to maintain roads. So the issue of disaster management, Mr. Speaker, is something that we must take very seriously because they affect our county's economic architecture directly. So what Senator Lama has put here should probably be given priority by the relevant committee, to the extent that, if possible, the hand of the Senate must be in the preparedness that could come because of this El Nino. I support and I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mungatana.
So, Speaker, thank you. I wanted to support the statement by the Honorable Mundigi on mangoes. Mr. Speaker, the problem that Mr. Honorable Senator Mundigi is raising is for the markets of mango is similar to what we have in Tana River. First point I want the committee to look at is why is it that sugar, tea, and coffee are given such heavy government support in terms of markets, and mangoes are discriminated, Mr. Speaker. I want, Mr. Speaker, the committee to have a clear discussion. Why is it that 63 years after independence, you are still favoring mangoes, you are still favoring tea, sugar, and coffee, and then you are not looking at mangoes? Mr. Speaker, in Tana River County, for example, we are suffering because even the effort that the ministry did was a fake effort. Coast Development Authority misled the president into opening a factory that was supposed to be crushing mangoes. I attended that function, Mr. Speaker. It was pomp and color. They said that they will be crushing 1.5 million 1.5 metric tons, Mr. Speaker, of mangoes every day. Mr. Speaker, to date, since the day the president was there, it has not worked. It started operating in 2017. On 4th of April 2023, the president commissioned it, but it has not functioned. They said they would be producing mango juice, mango pulp, and it's not working. Mr. Speaker, 245 million was spent on that plant, but it is not benefiting the Galole farmers at Boji. That food factory that was supposed to be working with Coast Development Authority has not functioned. So, Mr. Speaker, I am calling upon the committee, when they are looking at the markets for mangoes, they should expand their investigation to cover counties, not only Embu, but also Tana River, so that you know, Mr. Speaker, the people of Kenya may know the truth. The Tana River people may know the truth. The farmers whose mangoes are rotting in their farms may know the truth. How can a factory be existing in Tana River County? How can the president be able to open such a factory? 245 million put there, and the mango farmers, they don't have a market for it.
Senator Kajwang.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to make very brief comments on the statement that has been brought to the House by Senator Ledamo Lekina on the emerging El Nino threat. Mr. Speaker, the Secretary General of the United Nations said that every citizen must have access to early warning systems. The warning has been given, but we seem not to be doing anything. From where we sit, where we look at the preparedness of counties from a financial perspective, we must now encourage and push the message that the emergency funds, the disaster funds must be activated, because that has already been provided for in law. And Mr. Speaker, this country is going to have interesting problems sometimes out of our own making, problems from global shocks. We're already seeing the effects of the Iran war on fuel prices. We're already seeing the effects of the Ebola pandemic, even on the politics of this country. And if El Nino comes, I hope it's not going to be the final straw that breaks the camel's back. Mr. Speaker, Senator who sits behind me, I've forgotten her name just at this very moment, Ezena Lemaletian, has talked about the Council for Nomadic Education. Mr. Speaker, it must be known that nomadic education does not apply only to the Asal and northern Kenya. Even we, the people of the lake, we are fishermen, we are nomadic fishermen, and we want this council to give us that food. And Mr. Speaker, it is wrong that
nomadic fishermen, because we move from Mfangano to Takawiri to Remba to Kiwa to Rusinga, and we go all the way to Sigulu in Uganda and other islands of Tanzania in search of fish. We must also be given this food so that our children can stay in school, and then we come back home. Finally, Mr. Speaker, the relief, the food that is being used by some of our colleagues, members of parliament out there, which they are distributing to people, Mr. Speaker, we should not use government relief for personal bonga points. Mr. Speaker, we must also ask ourselves how the relief food moved from the Ministry of East African Community, Asals and Regional Development, a ministry that is run by an expert from ODM, and that mandate was sent to the Ministry of Public Service and Human Resource Capital Development. If it was necessary for some elections somewhere, then it needs to be brought back to the relevant ministry. Finally, on Senator Sifuna's statement, Mr. Speaker, I am a CBC parent, and I am extremely concerned that this CBC favors children in private institutions.
Senator Kinyua.
Asante Bwana Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii. Kwanza kabisa nataka kuchangia taarifa iliyoletwa na Karongo Dhangwa kuhusu mgogoro wa shamba ambalo linajulikana kama Crescent Estate pale Two Rivers. Bwana Spika, jambo hili la migogoro ya mashamba limekuwa ni jambo sugu, na huyu ambaye anajulikana kama Willy Kihara ametajwa hapa, na si sehemu hiyo peke yake. Bwana Spika, ukienda wote upande wa Imani Ruiru, amekuwa na haya mambo ya kufuatilia mambo ya mashamba, ambayo hawa watu ambao wanataka kuwafukuza na vile vile kuwaletea wakora waweze kuwahangaisha. Bwana Spika, hawa wana hati miliki za mashamba. Wengi wao hata wamechukua, Bwana Spika, mikopo na zile hati miliki za mashamba. Kwa hivyo wana haki kisheria kuishi katika zile sehemu. Hawa watu tayari wameripoti hawa wakora na majangili ambao wanawasumbua, lakini maafisa wa usalama ama maafisa wa ujasusi hakuna jambo lolote wamelichukua, hatua yoyote ambao wamechukua. Kwa hivyo kamati inayohusika, Bwana Spika, inapaswa iangazie jambo hili kwa kindani, mapana na marefu, ndio aweze kuleta uwiano katika jamii. Bwana Spika, Bwana Spika, kuhusu chakula ambacho kinapeanwa katika shule na taarifa iliyoletwa na Hezena, Bwana Spika, kunapaswa kuwe na watu wawe kuna usawa. Bwana Spika, chakula hiki Bwana Spika, katika wizara ambayo imepelekwa Bwana Spika, sasa kimekuwa kitumiwa badala ya watu kupewa wale wanaohitajika kupewa Bwana Spika, kwa sababu katika kamati ambayo sisi tunashughulikia, kamati ya elimu Bwana Spika, katika shule zile za chekechea tumeona shule ambazo watoto wanapewa chakula, tunaona idadi ya watoto ambao wanajisajili katika hizi shule za chekechea kinaongezeka Bwana Spika. Lakini tukiangalia vile ambavyo chakula hiki ambacho kinapeanwa katika shule za msingi na vile vile kimepeanwa katika wizara, hii wizara Bwana Spika haishughulikii kuwapatia watoto wanaofaa chakula Bwana Spika. Hiki chakula sasa kinatumika Bwana Spika cha kufanya siasa. Kinapelekwa sehemu watu wanaitwa, watu ambao hata wahitaji chakula Bwana Spika, lakini unawaita, unawaambia utawapatia chakula, na watu ambao hawahitaji ile chakula, lakini wanakuja kwa sababu Wakenya wengi wanapenda, na ni watu wengi Bwana Spika wanapenda kitu cha bwerere. Kwa hivyo wanaitwa, wanapewa ile mchele, wanapewa mafuta ambayo ingetumika katika shule mahali ambapo kunahitajika. Chakula kama hiki Bwana Spika kinapaswa kuletwa mahali kunaitwa kwetu, mahali kuna uka.
Senator Sifuna.
First, I want to tell my brother, Senator Kajwang, that when you have an important function like a wedding, make sure you get your own coat, because you don't go to a wedding with somebody else's coat. You can be told to remove it at any point. He knows what I'm talking about. Honorable Speaker, allow me to just make brief comments on the statement that has been brought by Senator Ledamo Lekina. Indeed, Honorable Speaker, we have all to be gravely concerned about the specter of El Nino, and we have to be a country that listens to experts. Previous experiences with the serious flooding, Honorable Speaker, in 2023-24, for instance, we lost over 300 lives, and there was almost 50,000 people displaced in many countries. Of course, we in Nairobi here bore the brunt. I remember in 2023, Senator Ledama, we were in this house with you when we were discussing whether, in fact, there was any level of preparedness in Nairobi. You remember there were fights between the national government and the county governments over where the money for emergency should be domiciled. We saw national government come to the residents of Madare, for instance, make certain promises, and then they were never fulfilled. So I think now that we have a proper time lead on this one, the warnings are there, the science is in, there will be no excuse for the national government and the county governments if they don't get their act together. In fact, we want to be told the national government must now tell us or publish a comprehensive El Nino preparedness response plan. We want to know what to do in the event of certain happenings. We want to see emergency evacuation centers being set up, and all of us should know where those things are. And lastly, Senator Ledama, because when things like this happen, some people take advantage and see a gravy train. We want proper transparency and accountability for any monies that will be utilized in handling this El Nino problem. As a final comment, Honorable Speaker, on the statement by Senator Mundiki, you know, it's not only the farmers in Embu. The other week, I think we were here when the senator from Kirinyaga, the Honorable Murango, was talking about the rice farmers in Mwea and in Ahero, because people have been allowed to import, rice without a care to the farmers in Mwea and these other places. We were in Bungoma last week with the Honorable Khalwale and the Honorable Koni Wakabubi. I don't know if they got opportunity, but I did to speak to the farmers at Nzoia. Honorable Speaker, even now as we speak, Nzoia Sugar Company is not producing sugar. They have imported sugar, and it is full in their godowns. And that now, Honorable Speaker, we were sugarcane farmers. We are being told that you need a permit for your sugarcane to be cut, and to get that or to be harvested. And when you go looking for that permit, Honorable Speaker, you know what it means. You have to grease palms. When did we get to a place? You know, there was a time, Honorable Koni Wakwabubi, when companies used to fight for sugarcane. But because these companies are not interested in milling our sugarcane, they have already imported sugarcane. They are no longer interested in our...
Senator Roba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to contribute to this issue of impending El Nino. That is the global warming system that has been reported in the Pacific Ocean that is expected to really be one of the worst since the late 1800s. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank Honorable Senator Olekina for bringing this issue to light, even on social media, because there is an issue of grave concern considering there is no discussion in the country, not in the national platform, not in Kenya Meteorological Service, not in the budgetary provision in terms of some impending emergency that's likely to happen anytime after October globally. And the predictions that it's going to affect East Africa. And globally, the discussion is that it is the worst since 97 or thereabout. If that is the case, then there should be an air of emergency planning around this issue by every department, the county government, the national government, and the county governments are ill prepared, Mr. Speaker, for preparing adequately for a response of such magnitude. It requires a drive by the national government, bringing on board also the county government, and also setting aside resources, because it is not about whether or not it's going to happen. The discussion by the global weather system has already indicated it's going to happen. Mr. Speaker, it is extremely important as leaders in this country that we really bring this issue, as an issue that should be in the discussion of everybody. Nairobi City County that is overrun by small floods in all the time should prepare by making sure they unclog and open all the drainage systems and improve where it becomes necessary. The national government must really look at the low-lying grounds like Tana River, where small rains ground the production in Tana River and displace the population there. Areas, flatlands of northern Kenya, where even heavy rains incapacitate the little resources we have in terms of destruction of livelihood support programs like animals, human beings are displaced and such issues. Mr. Speaker, it is critical as Senate Future Caucus team, we really need to pick it up and run with it, because that's the only way we can catalyze what is going to happen. Mr. Speaker, also on Nakonek, if there are concerns that are raised by Senator Lemalatian, it's extremely critical that a transparent distribution of how this Nakonek support is affecting the ASALs and the nomadic community be availed completely in order to make sure that people have
Senator Olekina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Briefly, Mr. Speaker, let me make brief comments on the statement brought by Senator Karungo Dhanga on the displacement, or rather the threats that a group of Kenyans are facing in Ruiru. Mr. Speaker, it is very sad, and I wish Senator Kamaru was here, because Senator Kamaru was telling me a story of an individual who uses the lands office to be able to change the title deeds and put title deeds on top of a new title deed. And she almost lost her land. Reading the statement by Senator Dhangu, it's a similar situation, where this issue of succession, when they know that somebody is very rich, they sell land. After they are gone and the family having quabbles, then a smart individual who is connected to the Ministry of Land now start using his position to threaten Kenyans and kick them out of their land. Mr. Speaker, I really believe that Senator Faki will deal with this statement and make sure that he brings the DCI, the National Police, and the Ministry of Land, and also that individual, Willie, who is selling land that has already been sold. That matter must be dealt with. On a second statement, Mr. Speaker, it is sad that when we have nomadic children, this statement by Senator Ezana Lemalatia, when we have food which is supposed to feed kids so that they can remain in school, now that food is being used as a business. Seriously. What do I don't even know the word to use, but it's like we were cast. Anyone, when you see a situation like this, you just want to make some money out of it. Even food, which is supposed to help bring some form of equity. It is sad. And even moving a service which is supposed to be offered by a particular ministry to another. I mean, it's criminal. So, Mr. Speaker, I think I need to drink water. But at least I can be able to drink water. Now, when this food, which is supposed to be given to poor kids to support their families, we don't even understand the accountability of that food, the distribution mechanism, the sourcing of that food. It is criminal. So, Mr. Speaker, I support this statement by Senator Ezana, and I hope that we can be able to really take these matters very seriously to ensure a clear system of accountability. One that if you take your iPad or your laptop and you go online, you can actually be able to trace where the food came from. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wakoli.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa nafasi hii. Kwanza ni kuchangia hoja ya Mheshimiwa Olekina kuhusiana na kujiandaa kwa janga la El Nino. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, tukipiga tu kurunzi katika kaunti za humu Kenya, moto umekuwa unateketeza mabweni, watu wamekuwa na bebwa kwa maji ya mafuriko. Lakini tukifanya udadisi kujiandaa kwa magatuzi yetu ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa Spika, wale ambao wamekuwa wanahudhuria vikao vya Mheshimiwa Kajwang wakiangalia jinsi wanatumia fedha, kitengo cha kupambana na mikasa ya dharura katika magatuzi yetu yamewekewa pesa nyingi, lakini ukienda mashinani pesa hazionekani. Ni kana kwamba kula kwao ndio dharura na changamoto za dharura. Sasa naomba tuamulike hawa magavana, kwa sababu wanachukua mzaha majanga ili kujidufaisha wenyewe. Jambo lingine Mheshimiwa Spika ni kuhusiana na mchakato mzima wa maembe. Nataraji kwamba magatuzi yamepewa kile tunasema maeneo ya viwanda na ukuzaji wa viwanda, na magavana lazima wawe na nyenzo ambazo zinaleta malighafi, kuleta mpunga, kuleta parachichi katika maeneo haya ili kuwe na uwezo wa kuhakikisha bidhaa hizi zinaenda katika soko. Sasa ni kinaya kwamba magavana wanataka serikali ya Nairobi iendelee kuwasaidia ili hali wako na pesa, na lazima tuwasukume kwa sababu kama kaunti ya Mheshimiwa Mundigi ni 90%. Kule Bungoma zaidi ya milioni 200 zimezama. Tunangoja tuone zikifufuka na hatuoni. Lakini huku wanazunguka wakiinua vidole, wengine kimoja, wengine viwili, na Wakenya wanapiga miayo, hawajui watapata ruzuku wapi. Mwisho nikisema, wakulima wa miwa wana haki kushughulikiwa na serikali. Wakulima wa mpunga wana haki kushughulikiwa na serikali. Wakulima wa makadamia wana haki ya kushughulikiwa na serikali. Vile vile wale ambao wanafuga ngamia wana haki. Sasa mimi naomba viongozi wenzangu, tukiwa hapa, tetea tu kile unataka kutetea. Hata sisi tutakuunga mkono. Lakini usitumie miwa kama nyenzo ya kujitetea wewe na sisi watu wetu waendelee kuumia katika mkoa wa Magharibi. Yale Mheshimiwa Sifuna amesema, kamati ya ukulima tumekuwa Bungoma, taasisi ya ufisadi, wale ambao wa Wizara ya Kilimo, magavana, maseneta walikuwa hapa, tunalivalia njuga swala hilo. Sasa wakulima msinyamaze, Wakenya msinyamaze, paza sauti. Sisi kama maseneta tutatembea na nyinyi kuhakikisha fedha za ushuru wenu zinafanya kazi jinsi inavyo.
Senator Mazayo.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, kwanza nataka kumpatia kongole ndugu yangu Olekina kwa sababu ya kuleta taarifa hii ambayo inahusikana na kamati ya usalama wa nchi. Hususan taarifa hii ameangazia swala la El Nino ambao ni mvua nyingi isiyo ya kawaida ndani ya nchi yetu ya Kenya. Si mara ya kwanza, si mara ya pili tumepatikana na janga hili la El Nino. Bwana Spika, janga la El Nino likija linakuja na maafa mengi na madhara mengi ambayo yanaweza kutatiza ama huwa yanatatiza maisha ama ukaaji wa Wakenya. Nikisema hivyo Bwana Spika, ni kwamba maeneo kama Nairobi, maeneo kama Trans Nzoia, kuhali kama Bundalangi, na vile vile maeneo ya kama kule Kilifi, ni maeneo ambayo huwa sana sana yanaathirika wakati huu wa El Nino ama wakati wa mvua nyingi. Bwana Spika, katika taarifa hii ndugu yangu ameeleza mambo mengi sana, lakini cha umuhimu, mimi mwenyewe nishakwenda Masai Mara na utaona ya kwamba hivi sasa vile barabara ilivyo kule iko juu chini, na kama El Nino itakuja basi ile barabara huenda ikasombwa kabisa. Na kitu kizuri ni kwamba ikiwa itaangaliwa na mapema na misingi itengenezwe ili mvua iweze, hata ikiwa itakuja nyingi, ipite na kando, lakini isipite upande ule wa ile bridge, ingekuwa vizuri sana. Manake barabara hiyo inasaidia sana kutoka Kekorok ikienda mpaka Serena katika Masai Mara Game Reserve, huwa kuna uharibifu wa hali ya juu sana. Na sasa ikiwa itakuwa namna hiyo, pia ita affect ama pia itahusika sana na vile ambavyo mapato ya upande wa utalii yatakuwa yameregea katika hali ya sufuri. Bwana Spika, nikisema hivyo ni kwamba maeneo ya pwani pia ni maeneo ambayo lazima yazingatiwe zaidi, kuanzia Tana River. Ukienda Tana River ama ukienda Kilifi, ukienda Kwale, hata ukienda Taita Taveta, ni maeneo ambayo yanakumbwa vibaya sana na mambo ya El Nino. Nikisema namna hiyo Bwana Spika, ni kwamba madaraja mbalimbali hususan maeneo kama ya Magarini sana sana huwa yanakumbwa vibaya mpaka watu wanakufa, wanatekwa na maji wanaenda. Kwa hiyo tahadhari kama hii ingekuwa muhimu kwamba kila mtu ndani ya taifa la Kenya aweze kuelezwa popote pale alipo, na wale watu ambao wanatangaza hali ya anga ama wanaweza kusaidia, serikali yenyewe ijihusishe ya kwamba hakuna Mkenya atapoteza maisha kwa sababu ya El Nino. Hii ni nchi ambayo mara nyingi tumeona, ukiangalia pande wa Bundalangi wengi.
Now, honorable senators, before I call the next senator to give his comments, allow me to make this communication. I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of 2 teachers and 38 students from Mangu High School in Kiambu County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. Also wish to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of 4 teachers and 47 students from Mutitu Secondary School in Kirinyaga County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. I will call upon the Senate Minority Leader to extend a word of welcome to these 2 schools.
Asante Mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, nataka pia mimi nijiungane na wewe kwa kuwakaribisha hawa walimu wawili na vijana ambao wamekuja katika bunge letu la Senate ili kuweza kuona utekelezaji wa kazi ya Senate ama majukumu ambayo Senate huwa wanayafanya wakati wakiwa katika hizo kazi zao. Bwana Spika, kitu cha kwanza ni kwamba walimu hawa nataka kuwapatia kongole kwa kuja hapa, na cha pili vile vile wameweza kuona vile tunaweza kufanya mijadala yetu hapa, na kazi zinazoendelea hapa ni kutetea na kuona ya kwamba kaunti zetu zimeweza kupata pesa. Ni kitu cha umuhimu kuona kwamba wakati wakiwa wanarudi nyumbani baada ya ziara yao katika Senate ni kwamba wamejifundisha mambo mengi na wataweza kurudi nyumbani wakijua ya kwamba wamejifundisha mengi kutoka katika bunge la Senate, na hiyo ndio kadri tunavyotakana kufanya kazi. Asante Bwana Speaker.
Senator Chebret.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity you have given me to make a statement and support, to make a comment and support a statement that has been read by Honorable Azena on matters school feeding program, especially those schools from nomadic communities and arid and semi-arid lands. It is a matter of serious concern, Mr. Speaker, and it needs serious intervention. Mr. Speaker, my county, Baringo, where I represent, is among the counties that is 70% of the area is covered by arid and semi-arid lands. And also Elgeyo Marakwet, my neighboring county, West Pokot, Turkana, and Samburu. And Mr. Speaker, if not this feeding program take place in the counties I've mentioned, then you wonder where does the school feeding program exist, if not Baringo, if not Samburu, if not Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot, and other counties that are arid and semi-arid lands. Mr. Speaker, again in Baringo, due to heavy rains that we witnessed in the month of April, May, and June, several schools have been forced to close. Some have been forced to shift their original places because due to rise in water increment in water bodies like Baringo, the schools like Loruk, Kambisamaki, Mugutani, and Kiserian, they have been closed due to water rise. And we expect the school feeding program to give a support to the schools I've mentioned. But as we speak, Mr. Speaker, we have never seen their support as a Ministry of Education and also the Department of School Feeding Program. As a House and leadership, we need to intervene and make sure that things are put in order. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Kavindu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to comment on the statement made by senators here, starting with Mundigi's statement about the mangles, which are being destroyed by wild animals. Mr. Speaker, this is across the country because, like in Machakos, we have so many mangos trees and mango fruits and avocado trees and avocado fruits, which go into waste. As you know, Mr. Speaker, once mangoes are ripe or avocado, they just go bad immediately, almost immediately. There is no way the farmers can preserve them to sell at a later date. So I'm calling upon the committee that the statement will be committed to check across the country and see where mango trees are planted and avocados, that the Ministry of Tourism and Trade can intervene and maybe build factories in each and every county, and also look for markets outside the country, because our farmers are very active. They do a lot of work and they just labor for no good reason because everything goes into waste. As Zena has also talked about the food for schools, schools are suffering. And like many of us have commented, is that many of the food that is given for schools is being supplied to people who are able to buy even food and eat, and there are children, a lot of children suffering in schools. Also, teachers. There are not enough teachers in most of the schools. We were just with the governor for Wajir, and he was complaining that even ECDE teachers are teaching in primary school, which should not be the case. The government should just employ teachers and deploy them to where they are supposed to go. Also, about El Nino that is expected to rain. It will not only be in those dry areas, it is all over the country. And so the proper measures should be taken so that our people will not die of rain, because this rain should be a blessing and not a destruction. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Senators. We have long spent the 15 minutes that I had given to this session. We will now move to the next order. However, before we move to the next order, allow me to make this communication. Now, Honorable Senators, as you will recall, during the afternoon sitting of Senate held on Wednesday, 3rd of June 2026, while commenting on a statement sought by Senator Hamida Kibwana MP regarding the rise in the cases of missing children in the country, and that of Senator Danson Mungatana MP regarding the debate, the decade-long ban on night-time travel for public service vehicles along the Malindi-Garsen-Lamu Highway, the Senator for Nairobi City County, Senator Edwin Sifuna MP, stated as follows. Recently, on this question of Ebola, even after our courts put a halt to that project until we give proper answers to Kenyans, our government does not care. They're going on with the project. Reports show that activities are going on in there, and nobody is bothered that our own courts in this country stopped that particular project until we give answers to Kenyans. It is at this point that the Senator for Nandi County, the Honorable Samson Cherange MP, rose on a point of order pursuant to Standing Order 105, challenging Senator Sifuna to substantiate his allegations that activities at Laikipia Air Base, which is a protected area, were ongoing. I therefore directed Honorable Senator Sifuna to substantiate his remarks as required under Standing Order 105.1. Honorable Senators, as you're aware, Standing Order 105 states, and I quote, "A senator shall be responsible for the accuracy of any facts that the senator alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. If a senator has sufficient reason to convince the Speaker that the senator is unable to substantiate the allegations instantly, the Speaker shall require that such senator substantiates the allegations not later than the next sitting day, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121, unless the senator withdraws the allegations and gives a suitable apology if the Speaker so requires." Senator Sifuna MP was not able to substantiate his statement instantly and requested time to do so at the next sitting, in accordance with the Standing Order 105-2. Having acceded to the request, I directed that the senator substantiate the statement at the next sitting day, which is today. Accordingly, and pursuant to Standing Order 105-2, I now invite Honorable Senator Edwin Sifuna MP to forthwith substantiate the claim in the statement he made, failure to which the senator shall be deemed to be disorderly within the meaning of Standing Order 121. In the absence of such substantiation, the senator shall be required to withdraw the statement and apologize to the Senate. Honorable Edwin Sifuna, you may now proceed to substantiate.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under vote 1011 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 7,498,816,675 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1011. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1012, Office of the Deputy President.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,576,436,161 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1012.
Program under vote 1012, Deputy President Services.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1012 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, what's your point about Honorable Wendeto?
Madam Speaker, I had placed with the Speaker yesterday some proposed amendments to this. So I seek your guidance.
Honorable Atandi, as chairperson of the Budget Committee.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we have not received any amendments. We haven't received. Unless you can share the amendments with me right now.
Okay. Honorable members, in that case, then we shall just proceed with what is on the supplementary order paper, since that is not formally before the committee. Okay, let's proceed. Honorable members, I now put that the programs under the vote 1012 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 3,576,436,161 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1012. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1011, Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,139,790,954 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1013.
Program under vote 1013, Government Coordination and Supervision.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1013 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1013 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,139,790,954 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1013. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1014, State Department for Parliamentary Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 361,201,100 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1014.
Programs under vote 1014, Parliamentary Liaison and Legislative Affairs, Policy Coordination and Strategy, and General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1014 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1014 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 361,201,100 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1014. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will be as many as the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1016, State Department for Cabinet Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 269,386,723 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent expenditure and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1016.
Program under Vote 1016, Cabinet Affairs Services.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1016 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under Vote 1016 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 269,386,723 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1016. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1017, State House.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 13,443,798,513 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1017.
Program under Vote 1017, State House Affairs.
I propose the question that the programs under Vote 1017 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I put the question that the programs under the vote as Vote 1017 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 13,443,798,513 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure under the year ending, during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1017. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Yes, Honorable Atandi, Chairperson.
I just wanted you to take note that you have not read the right figures for State House as captured.
Just what figure do you have?
13.
Honorable Atandi?
13,543,798.
13,543.
Yes.
Because I have 13,443. So it's
13,543,798,513. 798,513.
513. Okay. Oh yeah, it seems I was looking at the older paper. Thank you. Thank you for that. Chairperson, I think it's important that you remain keen. So I'll take that again. Repeat it. No, so we repeat from here. Okay. So I'll take that again. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 13,543,798,513 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1017. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1018, State Department for National Government Coordination.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,232,305,147 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1018.
Program under vote 1018, Government Coordination and Supervision.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1018 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1018 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,232,305,141 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and developmental expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1018. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1023, State Department for Correctional Services.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 42,644,178,650 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1023.
Programs under vote 1023, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, Prison Services, Probation and Aftercare Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1023 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1023 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 42,644,178,650 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1023. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1024, State Department for Immigration and Citizen Services.
I now propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 25,885,854,462 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1024.
Programs under vote 1024, Migration and Citizen Services, Population Management Services, and General Administration and Planning.
Let me propose the question first. I propose the question that the programs under vote 1024 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, Honorable Muhia.
Honorable Chair, while I appreciate the Department of Immigration for timely passport issuance, we've had a consistent problem on ID issuance. I hope with such a large budget, the issuance of IDs now will be at least a thing of the past in terms of problems. Because even at our constituencies, there is always the issues of there are no papers for issuing the IDs. At times the IDs are stuck in Nairobi. We really do not understand what is the issue, yet the budget is approved.
Honorable Member, now that you have voted for them to have this budget, it will be up to you as a Member of Parliament through the Oversight Committee to ensure that it's actually implemented and that the issuing IDs will be efficient. Okay, thank you for that. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1024 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 25 billion 885 million 854,462 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1024. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Give me the highlighter. The ayes have it.
Vote 1025, National Police Service.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 147 billion 310 million 371,328 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1025.
Program under vote 1025, Policing Services.
Oh, that's all. Oh, yeah, it says that. I propose the question that the programs under vote 1025 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1025 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 147 billion 310 million 371,328 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1026, State Department for Internal Security and National Administration.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 63 billion 936 million 841,898 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1026.
Programs under vote 1026, General Administration and Support Services, Policy Coordination Services, and National Government Field Administration Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1026 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now... Yes, Honorable Awundo.
Chair, I just want to urge the police service, now with the budget, and I hope the disbursement will be done, they should attend to the issue of police vehicles. Many police stations in this country have got no police vehicles for patrol purposes, and that is hindering delivery of services to the people of Kenya. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
What is your point of order, Honorable Russell?
Honorable Chair, I believe Honorable Undo has not been following. Actually, that has been passed. Now we are at the State Department for Internal Security, not the police. Thank you.
Yeah, we said that. Honorable Aunda, you're so informed. Honorable Makali.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, what I wanted to say is that now that we are going to pass this budget, there are quite a lot of districts, divisions, which have been created and they have not been operationalized. I would think with this budget now, Honorable Chair, we should make them operational by constructing DC's offices, division offices, and also buying vehicles for such offices. Thank you.
Thank you. I now. Yes, who's there? I can't see you. Honorable Zamzam.
Asante Mheshimiwa Chair. Naona 63 billion zimewekewa katika State Department for Internal Security and National Administration. Chair, hii budget iko sawa kabisa, lakini ningependa kusisitiza kwa sababu tunaona hata maofisi za chiefs, unaona tunaambiwa tuchange tujenge ofisi ya chief, sijui inavuja, ofisi ya DCC sijui imekaa namna gani. Naona wamepewa hapa paka ile ya kurefurbish ofisi zao ziwe sawa, wasiweze kufanya serikali ikadharauliwa. Mheshimiwa Spika, wakati budget imeenda vizuri sana, tunataka kuona maofisi ya machief iko na viti, iko na kila kitu, ili huduma iweze kufika kule mashinani. Hatutaki kuona chief anakaa chini ya mti, Mheshimiwa Chair, wakati hizi pesa zimetoka. Asante sana.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1026 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 63,936,841,898 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1026. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. And before we proceed, honorable members, allow me to welcome the following school, which is seated in the speaker's gallery. You're supposed to rise when you're recognized. Anesta Boys Lanet School from Bahati constituency, Nakuru County. On behalf of the substantive speaker, myself and members of parliament, we welcome you to the House of Parliament. Thank you.
Vote 1032, State Department for Devolution.
Honorable members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 12,121,977,757 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1032.
Program under vote 1032, Devolution Services.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1032 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1032 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I now put the question, the ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 12,121,977,757 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1032. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1030.
Do you want to speak, Honorable? Why don't you wait at the debate point? So after I propose the questions and the programs have been called out, I'll propose the programs as read out by the clerk, and then at that stage, you can debate. So allow us to proceed. Yes, proceed.
Vote 1033, State Department for Special Programs.
I now propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,459,259,192 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1033.
Program under vote 1033, Disaster Risk Management.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1033 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable Njeri, you now can comment.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think it is very critical. We agree that devolution was provided for under the Constitution of 2010 so that our people can get services. Because Parliament approves these monies every year, it is only fair that governors also, once they get the money, they pay doctors on time, they equip health facilities, and they ensure that our people are getting good services at the county level. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And then,
okay, honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under vote 1033 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,459,259,192 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1033. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1036, State Department for Asals and Regional Development.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 11,433,895,673 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1036.
Programs under vote 1036, Accelerated ASAL Development, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, and Integrated Regional Development.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1036 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1036 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 11 billion 433,895,673 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1036. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1041, Ministry of Defense.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 252,147,596,784 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1041.
Programs under vote 1041, Defense, Civil Aid, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, and Defense Industrialization.
Yes, Majority Leader. Can I propose the question first? I have not proposed. I propose the question that programs under vote 1041, as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Proceed.
Honorable Speaker, thank you, and I rise to support this appropriation of this sum to the Ministry of Defense, but also to request the Chair Defense, who is seated next to me, and Honorable Mother Wangari, because I know Mother Wangari as a member of this committee, and with Gilgil Barracks being hosted in her constituency, she's very keen on defense matters. But in my neighborhood around ABC Place, there's a hospital that has been built there for a number of years. And it's a very important hospital as an extension of the Armed Forces Memorial Hospital at around Kenyatta Mbagathi Way. I hope the Chair, you have factored adequate resources to ensure that we complete this hospital, because it's along the main highway, Wayaki Way, so it would also help even with the citizenry who are using that northern corridor. But also to note that the Ministry of Defense is doing a lot of critical interventions in the economy. I have seen the great work that was done in Wajir County in the construction of a stadium in a record almost about three and a half months. The defense forces were able to put up a stadium. And all projects that you see under the management, project management of the KDF are implemented to perfection and within a very short time and within budget. So I want to encourage the Chair and the committee to ensure that you continue to offer meaningful oversight over these resources, because they are quite a hefty amount of resources, to ensure that they're able to deliver as they have delivered, and also ensure that you also provide adequate resources to make sure that those of our officers who are serving outside the country, for instance, the 450 soldiers who are on a peacekeeping mission in the Congo, even with the threat of Ebola, because we talk a lot here about Ebola this, Ebola that, and I was saying yesterday, we have suddenly, very many of us had become experts in healthcare and epidemiology. But we must remember those of our soldiers who are serving in those peacekeeping missions. As we pray for them, please ensure that they are well taken care of and there are adequate resources that should any one of them get the misfortune of either being sick or anything, there are adequate resources to be able to evacuate them back home and take good care of them. Thank you, I support.
Yes, Honorable Wandeta, member for Tetu.
Thank you, Chair. And I also rise to support this allocation to defense. Though Chair, I do not agree with the majority leader. We have seen increased involvement of our armed forces in what I would consider very civilian projects, while their work is to defend the country and maybe respond to emergencies. Building of stadiums, it is something that can be dealt with by local contractors. Madam Chair, you know we have killed local contractors in roads, in other infrastructure projects, either in favor of the defense or some foreigners who I will not name. So, Madam Speaker, while we support, this money should go to...
There's a point of order.
Okay, thank you.
Chair, I very keen, Honorable Speaker, to listen to the Honorable Wandeto, a very good Presbyterian from current PCA Motero. But he has said that we have killed contractors. You know, there is language that we can use on record here that can be very misconstrued to mean other things, and especially when you are talking about defense. First, the Kenya Defense Forces, I am not aware of any road contract that the Kenya Defense Forces are doing except those within their barracks. They are not doing any. I think we have only involved them in the construction of stadia, hospitals, and they have delivered those hospitals. Case in point is one hospital in Kiambu County, the Dongori level 5 hospital. Dagoretti CDF hospital also has been completed by KDF. And KDF has not in any way competed with the local contractors. In actual fact, Honorable Wandeto, for information, what KDF do is project management. They do not have a construction company, they do project management. It is actually local contractors who are doing these things. The contractor in Wajir is a local contractor who is being supervised by the project manager being KDF. So maybe you would correct Honorable Wandeto so that we are not construed to mean that there is any contractor who has been killed.
Honorable Wandeto, maybe you're so informed.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, I agree with the majority leader in informing me, and I did not mean killed in that sense. It's just that we do not want KDF to do the work that can otherwise be done by local businessmen. But having said that, Chair, I support that KDF actually must invest more in equipment modernization. We are still using F5s, which I think most of that was technology of the 80s. And even our neighbors are getting ahead of us in terms of air superiority and other things. So I support this. And maybe if they focused on that and left stadiums and these other by-the-way items, it will even be better. Thank you.
Okay, I'll come to you, Honorable Mogaka. Let me just, your point of order, Honorable KJ, and then I'll come to you, Honorable Martha, because I know you want to contribute.
I didn't want to wade into this debate, Madam Speaker, but allow me to just mention that even as we speak about military and army affairs in this day and age, the honorable member must be informed that security has actually moved in leaps and bounds, as he would very well understand, that the focus is actually more on digitizing security and even more newer ways of approaching issues of security. And so it should be speaking with a wider view, Madam Speaker, knowing full well that even as there could be delays in upgrading the hardware, there's a lot that's happening with the software in our military, Madam Speaker. And that's where the world is heading, as we are seeing with so many other examples around the world, that there needs to be a bigger investment, more in the software issues than the hardware issues. And those that are heavily investing on the hardware are finding themselves left behind in this very new world. So it is not in his place, Madam Speaker, to use the floor of the House to try and say as if our army is working from behind. Thank you very much, Madam.
Honorable Mogaka.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I needed to weigh in as a testimony that the KDF and the budget on defense need to be enhanced, because in Nyamira, for instance, the KDF management team has oversighted and managed the construction of a hospital at Keroka, which is complete in a record time. Besides, the KDF is also oversighting and managing the construction of Nyamira University at Kiabonyoru. And I remember I did engage them and ask, are they going to do the job using the military? And they clarified that what they offer is management, it is local content, it is local labor, it is local material. Theirs is only bringing the military precision which this country requires so much. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Martha Wangare.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I wanted to agree with the majority leader because I feel that the KDF has suffered the problem of being efficient. That is why they are being poached to do everything. And Madam Chair, I want to confirm as a committee, we have had very serious oversight. We've asked these questions in terms of funding, whether a ministry contracts KDF, who gets the money, and I can assure this House that we are going to actually be on top of it to ensure that all is done. And Madam Chair, even as we speak right now, that Kabete Referral Hospital, Madam Chair, the KDF doesn't, or MOD does not just wait. It is doing a lot of PPPs. We have, if you go to Roysambu near TRM, you'll see the houses done there by KDF. It is under PPP, and they are already doing a lot of that. And even now in Utumishi, Madam Chair, we have actually requested them to actually come in because we are a military town, that they are able to help us to rebuild that school so that we are able to invite the children back and our students back, Madam Chair. So I would say that I can confirm to this House, not only are we supporting this allocation, but as a committee, we are on top of it to offer very meaningful oversight to ensure all is done as is required and by the law and by the Constitution.
Thank you, honorable members. I think we seem to all be agreeing. Is that Honorable Mayaka?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I think I just wanted to add my voice to this because I felt very agitated when Honorable Wandeto tried to insinuate about downplaying the importance of stadiums in his contribution. Because, Honorable Chair, we have actually seen that some of the stadiums that have been supervised by KDF, like the Ulinzi Complex, recently the Wajir Stadium, and a few others, have been very, very instrumental and very helpful in terms of the sports facilities, Kisi Stadium as well, that is ongoing. And so, Honorable Chair, it seems very unfair when the honorable member tries to downplay that building of stadiums is not important. For us, people of sports, we feel we are very disappointed.
Thank you. Honorable Ndikiri.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Sometimes when we wake up and speak here, we should not speak to the public. Because, Madam Speaker, we have seen KDF do a lot of many things. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the Meru level 5 hospital is being upgraded to level 6, and the people who are doing it is KDF. Secondly, Madam Speaker, the Nairobi Livers, rehabilitation of the Nairobi Livers, which has been an entity to this country. Madam Speaker, we know for a fact the discipline. Actually, we have been having KDF sleeping, but now they are waking up to take their position. They need more funding. Madam Speaker, they are also doing the stadium. Maua Hospital in Meru County. The stadium is also being done. Now, when you trivialize for popularity reasons, I think we are doing the wrong thing. Madam Speaker, Kenya is part of the international counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency network. So if we don't fund these people, when the war comes, who is going to defend this country? Madam Speaker, sometimes we need to be sensitive, and I really sympathize with Mheshimiwa Wandeto because we know where he is coming from and what he is going to propagate. A populism without fact is very important. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1041 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 252 billion 147,596,784 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1041. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1053, State Department for Foreign Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 26,626,208,602 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1053.
Programs under vote 1053, 1, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, Foreign Relations and Diplomacy, 3, Economic and Commercial Diplomacy.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 10. Oh, he forgot to say one more program.
4, Foreign Policy Research, Capacity Development and Technical Cooperation.
Thank you. I now propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings okay, why don't you retake the programs again?
Programs under vote 1053, 1, General Administration, Planning and Support Services, 2, Foreign Relations and Diplomacy, 3, Economic and Commercial Diplomacy, and 4, Foreign Policy Research, Capacity Development and Technical Cooperation.
I now propose the question that programs under vote 1053 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question. Yes, Honorable Aunda.
Chair, we support, but we just hope there has been sufficient funds made available in the budget, because when I look at economic and commercial diplomacy, it's a paltry sum of about 50 million or so. I don't know how much that can do to deepen our economic ties all over the world and improve trade and the related activities. I just hope it's realized somewhere so that we don't lose that trust. Thank you.
Thank you. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1053 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 26,626,208,602 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1053. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1054, State Department for Diaspora Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 817,268,920 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1054.
Program under vote 1054, Management.
We have to finish reading the program and then propose the question, then you can interject.
Program under vote 1054, Management of Diaspora and Consular Affairs.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1054 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Yes, Honorable Mogaka? And let's make it brief.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to say that practically we have underfunded the Ministry of Foreign Affairs because the world, the global economy and the conflicts emerging require that we proactively empower this ministry to deal with the diplomatic solutions. Kenya is a renowned solution provider in world economic conflict, and I would urge that whilst I support the budget line for this ministry, I would be expecting that a supplementary will come very quickly to fill in on the gaps, because we want Kenya to play its role in the national community of nations. And the diaspora is what is giving us foreign exchange. And we really need to reciprocally get adequately prepared to oil and receive that support we so badly need from the diaspora community. I thank you, Madam Chair.
I now put the question that the programs under vote 1054. Yes, honorable members. Honorable Member for Buri.
Yeah. Madam Chair, this is one department which is doing an incredible job in trying to open the diaspora, which has never been happening for a long time. Madam Speaker, this is the department that is charged with creation of jobs out there through networking with various international countries. Madam Speaker, we also need to continuously be in touch with the Kenyans who are out there and who have a lot of resources that can bring here. We need to create a lot of confidence. And therefore, Madam Speaker, when we really underfund them, we are limiting those opportunities for increasing our visibility as Kenyan labor market out there. And also, we are missing an opportunity to talk to our Kenyans who are out there to bring and plow back the resources that they have to this nation. So, Madam Speaker, we urge the committee going forward that we seize every opportunity. And therefore, this department is one department that is opening opportunities for us. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes. Thank you, honorable members. As already been alluded to, we don't have to belabor the point, because in any case, they said supplementary budget exists for those in state departments that have shown that they have absorption capacity. So I just allow the chair, the budget chair only to...
Chair, let me just say something. Members are saying the department is underfunded. What do they mean? Because the department does not have billions. You want how many billions? From the presentation we got from the departmental committee, we gave them the sufficient resources to do their work. Therefore, the question of underfunding, unless you are very specific, and the chairman of Department of Foreign Relations is here. He has not complained. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. It has been clarified by the chairperson that these figures come from the state departments themselves. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1054, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 817,268,920 be issued to the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1054. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1064, State Department for Technical Vocational Education and Training.
Honorable members, I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 58,489,307,753 be issued for the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1064.
Programs under vote 1064, 1, technical vocational education and training, 2, youth training and development, 3, general administration planning and support services.
I propose the question. I have to first read once the programs are read, I have to propose the question on the programs first. And then after you can give, because now what would you be debating? So honorable members, just remember, we propose the question with a figure, the programs are called out, we propose the question on the vote and programs, and then you can have a brief moment to speak. So let me propose the question. I propose the question that the programs under vote 1064, as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable Zamzam.
Asante sana Chair. Naweza kusapoti budget vile ilivyo, lakini nilikuwa nataka tu kwa wale ambao wanahusika Chair, kwa sababu tumekuwa na matatizo sana na vijana katika taifa hili. Wengi wanasema hawajapata mwongozo wa kisawasawa, na ni kwa sababu hizi pesa ziko katika TVET centers, watoto wana nafasi kule, lakini civic education ijafikia vijana wengi, Mheshimiwa Chair. Kwa hiyo wakifikiwa kisha yale masomo waongezee na masomo mengine kama ESTW iko very shallow. Unapata kazi zimepatikana over hundreds of thousands kwenye ubaharia, lakini hawapati haya masomo kwa kuzingatiwa vizuri, Mheshimiwa Chair. Kwa hiyo ifuatiliwe kwa wale wanaohusika, wahakikishe vijana wanawekwa kwenye msururu ulio sawa, ili tuweze kuepusha matatizo katika taifa.
Asante. Let me give Honorable Nyakundi, he hasn't had a chance.
Thank you, Chair. TVETs are very important to the society nowadays. What I'll want to request is the Ministry of Education to ensure that the TVETs that are there, they make sure that they equip and complete the TVETs that are there before they start other TVETs. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Ounda, and make it brief.
Yeah, very brief, Chair. The issue of concern that is now becoming a concern in the country is the question of disbursement of capitation, and then the challenge of the CDAC exam fee. I think as we move forward as a country...
But if it's just about capitation, that is an implementation issue,
yes,
which the relevant oversight committee
that's
can
what
deal
I wanted
with.
to bring to the
I
attention.
don't think it's a debate.
No, I just wanted to bring to the attention that the last capitation was actually done in 2024.
Yes. So, honorable members, could we try and stick to the topic and relevance so that we are not talking about other issues that are the preserve of other things that are going to happen. All right? Yeah, let's do that. I think those who are lawyers know that the judge always asks you relevance. You have to establish relevance of what you're saying, or else we are not going to finish anytime soon. Thank you, honorable members. I appreciate that. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1064 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 58,489,307,753 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1064. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1065, State Department for Higher Education and Research.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 163,913,454,607 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete a sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1063. Oh, sorry, it's in respect of vote 1065.
Programs under vote 1065, 1, University Education, 2, General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1065, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1065, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 163,913,454,607 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1065. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1066, State Department for Basic Education.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 136,554,895,768 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure for the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1066.
Programs under vote 1066, 1, Primary Education, 2, Secondary Education, 3, Quality Assurance and Standards, 4, General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1066, as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. I now put the question that the programs under the vote 1066, as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 136,554,895,768 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1066. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1067, State Department for Science, Innovation and Research.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,256,127,567 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1067.
Program under vote 1067, Research, Science, Technology and Innovation.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1067 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1067 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 1,256,127,567 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1067. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1071, the National Treasury.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 122,878,733,237 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1071.
Programs under vote 1071, 1, General Administration Planning and Support Services, 2, Public Financial Management, 3, Economic and Financial Policy Formulation and Management, and 4, Market Competition.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1071 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1071 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 122 billion 878 million 733,237 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1071. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1072, State Department for Economic Planning.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 7 billion 296 million 486,715 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1072.
Programs under vote 1072, 1, Monitoring and Evaluation Services, 2, National Statistical Information Services, 3, General Administration Planning and Support Services, 4, Macroeconomic Policy, National Planning and Research, 4, Sectoral and Intergovernmental Development Planning.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1072 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1072 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 67 billion 296 million 486,715 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1072. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1073, State Department for Investments and Asset Management.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 4 billion 256 million 681,055 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1073.
Programs under vote 1073, 1, Public Investment and Portfolio Management, 2, Public Pension and Retirement Benefit Management, 3, Government Assets Management, and 4, General Administration Planning and Support Services.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1073 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1073 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding 4 billion 256 million 681,055 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1073. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1082, State Department for Medical Services.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 134,391,927,975 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1073. Oh, sorry. In respect of vote 1082.
Programs under vote 1082. 1. National Referral and Specialized Services. 2. Curative and Reproductive Maternal Newborn Child and Adolescent Health. 3. Health Research and Innovation. 4. General Administration.
I now propose the question that the programs under vote 1082 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1082 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 134,391,927,975 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1082. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1083, State Department for Public Health and Professional Standards.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 42,851,966,141 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1083.
Programs under vote 1083. 1. Preventive and promotive health services. 2. Health resources development and innovation. 3. Health policy standards and regulations. And 4. General administration.
Let me propose the question first. Honorable Ngogoyo, if you were here earlier, you'd have seen I'd explained the process. So wait for me to propose the question. I propose the question that the programs under vote 1083, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Honorable Ngogoyo, now you can go.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In very good faith, I want to seek clarity from the Chair Budget and also the Chair for Health, because 42 billion in a whole financial year for public health and professional standard, at a time when you are saying that you can get ready for pandemics, for instance, if Ebola was to hit Kenya, 42 billion, in my opinion, with the health centers and the health facilities that we want to facilitate, I would want to know what was the matching fund that we were to put in, because when you look at, and I've gone to the schedule itself, particularly on public health and professional standards, I've looked at the itemized budget. It doesn't come out clear. It doesn't come out clear, Chair. And as we approve this, I would want to be sure that we are putting in our country in safe hands and we are putting in the necessary monies required, specifically for standards and professional standards.
Chair, Budget.
Honorable Nyikal wants to respond on
Okay, Honorable Nyikal, Chairperson, Health Committee.
Yeah, Honorable Member, if you see the Ministry of Health has two state departments.
Yes.
There is the State Department of Medical Services and State Department of public health and professional standards. And sometimes you get monies that are in one department or the other. When we talk of the public health and the professional standards, these professional standards to a large extent relate to regulatory authorities. Actually, if you look at them, there are about nearly 30 or so regulatory authorities. A lot of them actually raise their own funds, although they are supported from the taxpayer, but not that much. And if you remember, there was even a policy that you should actually merge some of them, and so that you reduce their numbers. So that the large money that is in this department is actually in disease surveillance, where Ebola lasts. And what we have done, we have now actually created a whole new institute of public health, where if you were to go into the schedule, we have actually increased a lot of money, because we know that is a lot of this 43 billion, most of it is in that institute of public health, where the issue of Ebola and other epidemics and other public health issues are. So we are sure that if actually we get into problems, more money will be needed. And I know right now the ministry is in the process of doing preparedness for Ebola, and I'm quite sure that more funds will be required specifically for our preparedness at this time. So it's not only what is here, but we anticipate that other expenditure will be required.
Thank you. Are you satisfied, Honorable Ngogoya?
I'm satisfied with the chair, but Madam Speaker, let it go on record that principal secretaries in their pride sometimes undermine what we have budgeted in their own pride, so that you find money that is meant for surveillance sometimes goes to the State Department, for instance, for medical services. That money cannot be used just because the PS for medical or for public health probably is the accounting officer for that money. So what I'm saying is that if this National Assembly approves money and appropriates money for a specific duty, we must make sure as National Assembly that the money goes to the relevant, to the work that we have set aside. Otherwise, from the chair, and because he's a professional, I am also satisfied.
Thank you. Honorable members, I now put the question that the programs under vote 1083, as read out, and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 42 billion 851 million 966,141 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1083. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1091, State Department for Roads.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 224 billion 687 million 265,238 be issued for the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1083. 1091. Sorry, in respect of vote 1091.
Program under vote 1091, road transport.
I propose the question that the program under vote 1091 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1091 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? I now put the question that the sum, the ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 224,687,265,238 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1091. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1092, State Department for Transport.
I propose the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 65 billion, 100 million, 1,304 and 139 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the current and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1092.
Programs under vote 1092, 1, General Administration Planning and Support Services, 2, Rail Transport, 3, Marine Transport, and 4, Road Safety.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1092 as read out and the sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1092 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 65 billion, 1,304,139 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1092. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1093, State Department for Shipping and Maritime Affairs.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding 6,987,021,665 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1093.
Program under vote 1093, Shipping and Maritime Affairs.
I propose the question that the programs under vote 1093 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. I now put the question that the programs under vote 1093 as read out and sums allocated in the schedule be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 6,987,021,665 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote number 1093. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Vote 1094, State Department for Housing and Urban Development.
I propose the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 138 billion 283,351,806 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of vote 1094.
Programs under vote 1094, 1, Housing Development and Human Settlement, 2, Urban and Metropolitan Development, and 3, General Administration, Planning and Support Services.
I propose the question that programs under Vote 1094, as read out and sums allocated in the schedule, be approved. I now put the question that programs under Vote 1094, as read out and allocated in the schedule, be approved. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that a sum not exceeding Kenya shillings 138,283,351,806 be issued from the consolidated fund to complete the sum necessary to meet the recurrent and development expenditure during the year ending 30th June 2027 in respect of Vote 1094. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Obara, you know...